Hello, welcome to Pastor Jerone Tv. Well, since the FBI has been discovered and they've rolled back and unredacted some of the 302s, which are the notes from the FBI, there's two people that I'm very upset about and I want to see them arrested. I want to see the news interview them. I want them to come out right now and answer some questions. I want Christopher Wray, the FBI director, right now to come forward and tell us why he allowed this thing to carry on, knowing that he knew about those 302s and what was redacted in those 302s and what was redacted in those 302s. That James Comey and Andrew McCabe and Peter Strzok were all conducting a false, phony, set-up investigation of General Michael Flynn. Now, Christopher Wray, you need to come out and you need to answer some questions. Senator Lindsey Graham, you need to bring it before the Senate Judiciary Committee right now. You haven't brought anybody before the Senate Judiciary Committee. The Democrats, they have investigation after investigation. They bring all kinds of people, and you haven't done one thing yet. Lindsey Graham, what's going on with you, man? You a rhino? So Christopher Wray needs to come out with his pompous butt and answer some questions. And don't let him off the hook. Okay? He knew about this stuff. And the next person, I want them to ask some questions and bring him out and investigate and listen, do this under oath. Do it under oath. We need to get Robert Muleface Mueller out here because you know, he had to have known about these 302s and these notes and this setup. And yet they proceeded forth with the prosecution of General Flynn and this whole hoax to get Donald Trump and to make him look bad. So Robert Mueller, pull that old man out of the casket and get him up there and ask him some questions. Don't let them off the hook. Put them under oath and make them answer these questions because they were at the helm of this thing and they knew about it. So yeah, don't let them off. And Rod Rosenstein, he was the DOJ, the acting DOJ director, and he needs to answer some questions too. All right? These guys, they think they're slick, man. And they've allowed America to go through hell. I mean, some hard times. Right? Just to make their propaganda against Trump look right, as if it was correct. And you have deceivable people who do not know truth and who are politically biased. And they're so politically biased that they can't see past their politics or their party to see truth. And the danger of a rogue FBI and a rogue CIA and a rogue Department of Justice going against a political opponent in Donald Trump. Because if we let this happen to one man or to a political party, this could happen to anybody. All right, that's dangerous. I wouldn't want to see that happen to anyone. Right? They was going after Trump when there was no crime. You know what? They was treating it like, okay, listen, we're going to go after you until we find a crime. There's something there. That's what you said in the media. There's something there and we're going to find it. Wait a minute. You don't have any right to go after anybody unless there is an initial crime. All right? But just think about that. Think about it. You have the FBI, the CIA, the DOJ, all of these people going after you and your family, and they couldn't find nothing. And you got idiots out here talking about Donald Trump is a criminal, and he's a criminal, his whole family's a... Listen, you can be Mother Mary, right? And you stick the DOJ and the FBI and all these CIAs, they're going to find something. They'll create something. You know? They'll find something on taxes or something. But they're going to find a crime that says to you that Donald Trump has been the type of person, an upstanding man, if they couldn't find a crime to get him on. And they've been searching for 4 years. Okay? But America, we've got to stand up against these pencil neck thieves. People like Mark Zuckerberg of Facebook, those people over at Google, Dr. Fauci, Adam Schiff, all these pencil-neck little nerds who have animosity in their heart because they were nerds growing up and nobody liked them, and they found a niche of control in their adulthood, and they still hate people because nobody liked them when they were growing up, and so they sided with the devil, and now they want to bind, restrict, and control people like Bill Gates, another super pencil-neck nerd. But listen here, we cannot have this on our watch. Not on my watch, because God in his sovereignty has appointed you and me to be here for such a time as this. And if you and I lay down and let the revenge of the nerds take place on our watch, well then we're the losers. Okay? So we've got to fight so that our children and our grandchildren would have at least a similitude of the America that we grew up in. I grew up in a beautiful time. I grew up in a beautiful America. And I don't want these tech nerds to come out here and bind and destroy America before my grandchildren would have a chance to enjoy this beautiful country. So we got to fight. And we've got to demand truth. Right? I mean, the type of truth that is beyond politics, is beyond political lines. But it just so happened to be that these crazy people was going after conservatives. All right? And it started under Obama when he sicked the IRS after all nonprofit and religious organizations, especially Christians. Right? But anyway, let me know your thoughts on this whole deal, and I'll see y'all in the next video.